Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the USC Trojans, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Vols will put total leather and we'll get started. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense working from the pistol. They'll go to the ground. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on, the passing game, explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You've got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume, and it'll pay off big time in late season.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big...
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, USC!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. First down for the offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The give to the tailback. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the move. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Ncaa. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. It's a better play there by the defense.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Using the spin move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On second down, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Selden. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Slips through the line. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Grab near the sticks. It's Marks. And he's still running after the move. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Moss. Got it! Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You've got to get him involved.
They're going to run it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They'll try to blast their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Pulls it in. It's Sampson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball.
Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Second down after that incompletion. Direct snap. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking downfield. It's Ncaa. Spits it out to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field.
Moves. Terrier.
They'll throw it on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
You know, this defense is really tricky, and they show the ability to zone blitz time and time again. These running backs in pass protection, they've got to be great with their scan protect.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you sit there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense, not to stun. Great job securing the interception.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Now they'll try the right side. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5 plus. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you can throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Trying to find his man on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
looking to throw. It's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Tackle is made after the first down. Best uniforms in the sport, and a play is made befitting of those threads.
This is not the format to have a debate back and forth. Not the best uniform in sports, but definitely always a lot of flash and sizzle with USC offenses.
They'll throw it on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep plays.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Lane. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got a lot of great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Makes the grab. It's Marks. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not by much.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 3rd down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Handoff from the gun. Tackle 20, he's got space. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojan.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The give. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air, it's Ncaa. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job to get down there and avoid the hit with the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. He's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick 6, but they're set up on the doorstep.
Not only did they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting to throw. That's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He'll bring it back. It's Branch. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Can't get him to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
Going to the run, it's Marks. Got enough space. Touchdown Trojans. And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Chestnut Hill for a long time. They're up by 21 over the Astronauts. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Longer. 42.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The sure hands, it's Matthews. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Vols have their offense in high gear. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Oh, big juke to get past. Finds a crease at the 20. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fat.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the D deny them on second and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Looking for room. It's Marks. Oh, left and grabbing. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I will continue to feed this workhorse.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 10. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Getting some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field. They wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. Curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Buying some time. He's going to run it. Bulldozes him. The ball pops out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Volunteers line up to punt it away.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on.
Touchdown, USC! And the stomping has commenced.
And the special teams comes up special. He takes advantage. The short punt, he catches it, and you can tell does a great job using his blocks, getting north-south, getting to the end zone for the big play.
The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period.
Pound 55 weak.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looking for space. It's Selden. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Catch in the middle. It's McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll run this play from the pistol. On the move. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number. And here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer!
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week. But this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over the Coyotes. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown ball.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets to his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the 4th quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, and now let's see what happens.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and make it just enough to keep the drive alive.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air, it's Iamaleava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it behind the line. It's White. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than they did here, but it was still a positive game.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the balls are marching down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Looking for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Deep shot for the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Bad news on that play is an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball running out.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's looking to pass. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go. But great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and give me the rock back.
They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Snap it to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. He's looking to throw it. He's taking the deep shot. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground, and they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Corner's going to give them room. Fast motion from the offense. Handoff to the single back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.